What is cryogenic sleep? It's generally the stuff that we see in many science fiction films, much the same as Christopher Nolan's award-winning blockbuster, Interstellar, or maybe Ridley Scott's Alien. Nevertheless, the subject is the same. It includes cosmic explorers that are suspended in a low metabolic state, where vital functions are kept to an absolute minimum. How exactly? By cooling the body. If you think about it, it's useful, especially since space travel takes years, decades, or even centuries of voyaging. Knowing this, it's no surprise that NASA is keen on actually transforming this fictional technology into a real-life application. They're definitely going to benefit from it if they manage to pull it off. But what is it exactly, and what do we need to know about it? Is it even possible? In this video, our channel will investigate the use of cryogenic sleep and how it can be used for space exploration in the future. But before we start, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos like this. First off, what is cryogenic sleep? Also known as cryosleep or suspended animation, cryogenic sleep refers to a deep sleep at incredibly low temperatures. By preserving the body at these low temperatures, the body's metabolism is diminished to its lowest conceivable level. The concept is that the low levels will keep vital functions working normally, while the remainder of the body goes into a hibernation-like state, like what you see in most mammals. Cryogenic sleep has long been viewed as the closest answer to time travel, beyond practical uses. But it's only possible if you want to travel to the future. So unfortunately, no travelling to the past for now. Anyway, the human body can be fooled into excessively deep sleep by utilising cryogenics. Thus, the aging process is slowed, and the further advanced technology becomes, the longer the body can last unaltered. In the event that it can extend to, say, a couple of hundred years, this could technically be viewed as a form of time travel. But what about food and nutrients? Won't the astronauts wake up starving? To guarantee the body gets the correct nutrients and out toxins, the frozen body will be connected to an intravenous drip and catheter. Guess that's settled then. But how can cryogenic sleep aid astronauts on their journey to space? SpaceWorks Enterprises, based in Atlanta, is presently chipping away at a cryogenic application for NASA. Their solution includes copying short-term hibernation, or torpor. It's used by some mammalian animals, so it's not altogether far-fetched for this to work for humans as well. The plan is to fabricate a torpor stasis habitat inside a spaceship where the travellers can hibernate for the majority of their journey to space. Up to 6 crew members could coexist in the low metabolic state at the same time when inside the pressurised chamber. An assisted hypothermic state in which the body is steadily cooled will then induce torpor. Their bodies are also attached to sensors that monitor and screen their vital conditions. In case something turns out badly, these trigger automatic safety protocols, and food would be administered via IV through total parenteral nutrition, or TPN, just like in hospitals. But what about the stuff that goes out of their body? To drain urine, a catheter would also be inserted to handle all the body waste, since the bowel is virtually inactive since only liquid nutrition is administered. SpaceWorks' goal is to place crew and voyagers in a prolonged hypothermic state during space mission travel phases. This includes both outbound and returning to Earth, mainly to significantly reduce the system mass, habitable volume, power, and medical problems related to long-duration space travel. After all, it takes fewer resources to take care of motionless, chilled astronauts during extended periods of space travel, and it's safer. For instance, no exercise equipment, cooking equipment, or entertainment would be required while they are inside the chamber. Besides, as the traveller's metabolism slows down while hibernating, the body's oxygen demand would be reduced. Also, it's a decent way for space travellers to kill time when they get sick of entertaining themselves with rock, paper, scissors. So it's very useful for travelling to Mars, since a journey there would take somewhere in the range of 128 to 333 long days. Evidently, astronauts don't feel or realise that they are being frozen to sleep. Sounds rather dangerous, don't you agree? In any case, as indicated in an article by Sci-Fi, there is no compelling reason to fear the process. Such a chamber sends your metabolic rate into cryogenic sleep and counteracts potential injury to bodily tissues that could somehow be caused by hypoxia or lack of oxygen. It can also prevent the hazardous side effects of microgravity exposure and keep radiation out. One problem to consider is to ensure things don't turn out horribly wrong. For instance, muscle problems. Like coma patients, the longer they are in a vegetative state, the longer they have to rehabilitate their bodies once they wake up. All things considered, if your body isn't moving, it's not going to get stronger. It's not remaining active and keeping your body going. This is similar to how space microgravity affects body muscles. If the human body is unable to get exercise for extended periods, the muscles and bones will weaken. That would be something terrible to wake up to, because if your body isn't in good condition, you're going to have a hard time doing the basic, everyday stuff. So, how do we go about this problem? The answer is to induce muscle stimulation by utilizing electrical pulses. These electrical pulses will deceive the muscles into thinking that the body is happy with the atrophy or muscle decay, allowing the astronauts to get right back to work after they wake up, or make sense of the situation. That's not all. Another problem would be who's going to travel. If the right artificial intelligence or computer is installed into the spacecraft, it could deal with the essential day-to-day operations of the spacecraft, as needed. The other alternative is that the people would operate in shifts. That would mean having 4 people in the crew, and first have 2 people active during a few weeks of a long space voyage. After that, they can wake up the other 2 and switch places with them. Though they'll have some major problems, because while an AI can take care of most issues, it can't be programmed to handle all of them. If an emergency suddenly arises that the AI can't handle while all the astronauts are in pods, it would awaken the team. That would imply that the team would need to be alerted and ready in practically no time. More than likely, which is a little matic, because they would probably need time. Furthermore, there's a possibility that radiation could cause a defect, and then the AI could just simply go rogue and try to massacre everyone. AI is definitely risky, particularly at long distances. It can't steer a spaceship from Earth, which is the reason rover missions take such a long time, because of the distance between it and mission control. Is it possible right now for astronauts to utilize cryogenic sleep for their space voyages? At present, the answer is no. We don't have any technology or innovation available to us that could make this possible. We're aware that microbial life can be frozen for decades or even centuries. In fact, there are parts of Serbia thawing after hundreds of years of permafrost, which prompted the awakening of ancient viruses, microbes, plants, and even animals. In any case, nothing on the scale of humans. To add, ice crystals form in our cells when we are frozen. Could cause rupturing of these cells for good, and we don't want that to happen. Still, there is one line of scientific research that offers some hope, and that's cryogenics. Cryogenics is a process that replaces the fluids of the human body with an antifreeze agent. On the upside, it doesn't form the same destructive crystals. Researchers have effectively frozen and afterward thawed 50 milliliters of tissue without damage. That's about a quarter cup. In the following years, we'll likely see this innovation expanded to preserving organs for transplants, and eventually entire bodies. Hopefully, it'll lead to successfully preserving humans. At that point, this sci-fi concept may transform into reality. We'll at long last have the option to sleep our way to the stars. Are you excited about this possibility? If you had the chance, would you volunteer to do something like this? Let us know in the comments section down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell icon to stay updated whenever we release a new video.